Morning. Can you hear me?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am doing great, brother. How's the world up there?
Well, it is not too dang shabby. I can't complain anyway. Nobody
No?
listens when you do anyhow, so, you know.
Great. How long have you been on?
Oh, I haven't actually fully started. We are on actually now. I just fired up a little music and had the video showing, the graphics showing.
Oh, cool.
I always start early, you know. Everybody complains about that, but, you know, hey, it is what it is.
No,
Hey, good
I mean,
morning, everybody out there in the world. Can somebody give me an audio check? Are we working? I'm showing off your pics here.
that looks beautiful in that light.
Right? And that's where I kicked it over to this cycling light, so it kind of was flashing through different colors on there.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Right?
I like that.
We are going to be giving this away today.
Nice.
The live stream. And if you guys that are on haven't guessed yet, we've got Mr. Aaron from over at Southern Specialties on with us this morning. Managed to sweet talk him into stopping in and saying hello. All right, let's see. Yeah, Mr. Steve Stu Doo is out there. Eagle Luck Picking, H.L. Hambrook, Zoe the Cat, Brian Breaks Shit, Black Smoke Joe. Good morning, everybody.
Buenos dias.
So, why don't you tell us a little bit about where your idea came from for that?
Okay, cool. Glad you asked. So, there's been a floating idea out there for a while for left-handed lock pickers to access top of the keyway locks. We had a gentleman not too long ago. I don't want to say his name, but his initials are KL. In case the tool ever gets famous, I'm giving him credit now. So initials KL reached out to us, asked us to do a few prototypes, some weird stuff. Imagine a question mark written down like the Riddler, but it's a reverse top of the keyway. So instead of the teeth being on the bottom, it's on the top. And I'm not doing it justice by describing it, but anyway, long story short, we did a bunch of tools like that for him, and it reminded us that a while back we had actually put a bend in one of those tools that you're looking at right now to do kind of a similar job, just give you a different tactile feeling for doing some TOK attacks on locks. And we had to resurface that idea when doing his profiles. We saw the value once again in that idea, and like, hey, while we're here, why don't we just progress with this and see what we can do to, make something a little bit different, something that gives you a better grip. And if you haven't noticed, when you use that tool on top of the keyway, the way that the bend is, your index finger can just perfectly latch into the opposite end of your Z-bar, and it just gives you great grip. You have a good purchase on it, and as I've been testing it out the last 2 months, I've had a lot of success with it and a lot less dropping. As anyone that's ever picked locks has dropped the tangent tool about 1 billion times, and that one, maybe I've only done about 500 million, so that's progress.
Right? What I really like with that thing is just how flush that fits right up against the lock.
Yep, that was the idea, to seat most of the American padlock series, anything within that vein. Yeah, it's not a one-size-fits-all, obviously, but it's going to do a large majority of your stuff.
Man, the lag to YouTube, at least from what I'm seeing, is absolutely insane today.
You said lag?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh, no.
It's still playing, for me, it's still playing the music that we had going.
Oh, really?
We'll refresh. I think it's just me. Oh, there's the pupper.
That is Thor. That is the reason I'm at the shop this weekend. Come on, buddy. That is our guard dog. He kind of sucks at it, though. He's just too nice to everybody.
Kind of sucks at it.
Yeah. This is our 2.0, one that we had before by the name of Batman. Sadly, ended up getting bone cancer. Pretty aggressive case of it. And that guy, we couldn't let people in the parking lot. he definitely let people know that, you know, there was a dog inside and maybe don't be near the building.
That's what you want for a guard dog, right?
That's what I want. I want a guard dog that I was scared of. This one's never bit me. Batman bit me a few times. So, it's like dating a Latina.
Yeah, I wouldn't want one that's biting me, but I get it. Crap happens sometimes when you're working with them.
What's he at today?
There we are. Yeah, I've been using this tension tool quite a bit, and I'm really digging it. That thing works extremely well. I love the way that seats in there, and like you said, I've got locks that I flat wore the keyways out on them, so the traditional tension tools just pop out. This thing just locks in there and holds it and opens it. Wonderful.
I love it. It gives me some purchase. Plus, it's different. And when I saw how you were sticking it on your, I'm assuming with those 3D printed magnet handles.
Yep. And look at that. It's a perfect fit.
Nice. I was telling the missus about that the other day. And hey, did you already engrave your logo on there?
Well, that's one of the.
Oh, okay.
No, not on the tensioner. That's in the pick. But yeah,
that
fits right in the case. Tensioner already on there. No, I haven't messed with trying to engrave the logo myself on a pick yet. I'm still trying to learn how it works on the metals. It's just a diode laser, so it doesn't do a great job. It actually does surprisingly well on stainless steel. I haven't figured out how to get any colors out of it yet, but
okay. So, do you have it where when you dial it in, you have 2 red dots? I'm assuming, and you got to hit the focus point by cranking the wheel, or you got to set it somehow to adjust to where those 2 dots focus on a singular point?
No, mine doesn't have anything like that.
Uh-oh. Never mind then. I guess I'm just dumb.
Yeah,
the way that ours works, you can...
It isn't that fancy, apparently.
Well, this one's far from fancy. It looks like a giant microwave from the 1970s. Looks like it gives everyone cancer when you use it. But it has the manual gear on the right side of it. I think it's called like a mini lathe. And you're able to take stuff out of focus. So funny story, wish I could say I was creative and a scientist and did it on my own. But funny story is I had been engraving some cups, some Shackleman ones, right? So imagine the height of a pair of cuffs sitting on a flat plane versus like a multi-pass, for example. You get maybe a 1/4 inch kind of difference between just your bridging of the cuff versus where a multi-pass would lay flat. I mean, only 0.025 versus how thick a cuff is. Well, I had accidentally forgotten to refocus the laser like I've done a billion times. You know, you always take the wheel, you crank it, you get one singular red dot, and boom, you go from there, start burning your image. Well, I forgot to do that. Just one day I was in a rush doing some stuff for a guy, and I go and I engrave a tool for him. I put his little company logo on there. It's like some candy to throw at him. It's, going to make his day. And I look at it, and holy shit, it didn't do that burn that you can feel and scratch with your fingernail, and you got to wipe it off with paper towels and nothing like that. No, I had these blues and purples and reds in it. And so I just accidentally fell into being able to do like kind of holographic and multicolored engravings from just doing a slightly out of focus engraving. So couple that with just change your power, change your speed, and have the focus in that little Goldilocks zone, and you get that little sweet spot. But
yeah, I zoomed in on that, show those guys that with the light flashing over it. It just really looks amazing. I haven't figured that. Is that a fiber laser you're using?
Say again, is that a fiber laser?
Is it a fiber laser or CO2?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just a fiber laser. This one doesn't really use gas or anything. It's just, hey, you know what? How about I show you? Let me
See,
go
mine's
to.
just a diode laser, and I don't know if I can do that yet or not. I need to get a hold of a flat sheet and do an engraving pattern and see what I get out of it. I think you can. I just haven't figured out the right settings for it yet.
Mini lathes right here. Boom.
Well,
That is the setup. Given this little puppy right here, I'm gonna take this plate and put it in the light. This is what I typically set my two-dimensional stuff on. If you got a keen eye and you look, you might see some material on here where it's like, oh yeah, I've gotten a tool with that engraving behind your overcorner marks that I do with it. So this little piece of brass plating, it's about worn out. So
yeah, mine's got a bigger bed than that, but it's mine, and mine only goes up. It's only 40-watt laser. It's pretty little.
I'm not sure how many watts this one is. This right here is my jig that I use. I can put up to 6 lock picks in it at a time.
Oh, there you go.
So it's kind of getting worn out though. So sometimes I can use it, sometimes I can't. Yeah, it does help me a good bit with these little stop bars on your far. Well, I don't know if the image looks mirrored. For me, it's more this, and then you're good to go. And that's immensely. I'm burning, trying to handle the thicknesses on lock picks and things, but it's cool arrays. Obviously, use that. You'll burn that material and just turn it to garbage. So I just use the brass plate for the most part when I do the cool stuff. And I did put like 4 or 5 profiles this morning. It's kind of been a slow, chill, flip flop and slim trunk kind of day. I put more profiles on the thumb drive that I'm going to test around and see if I can do some new engravings. So maybe some more stuff to post, and maybe expand eventually in doing a engraved section where you can actually go to and request, between a series of like 5 or 10 different styles.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, guys, so there's the new tension design.
And what name did we land on? I think we called it the Sidewinders. Yeah. Something like
Southern Sidewinder, I think is what you were saying.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I'm not too picky on the names. I'm not even going to tell you how much time I spent trying to use AI and Google and looking up Greek mythology, and I got to find something that kind of annotates a twisted kind of tension bar that has some kind of allusion to the number 3 and blah, blah, blah. And anyway, and you're like, hey, what about, and then, yeah, so 4 days of me searching and scratching names left and right that I didn't like. That was pretty easy. So hopefully I'll be posting those before long.
I wish I could take the credit for that. I'm going to go back and look, and I'll tell you who it was. It was somebody else who actually threw out the Sidewinder name.
Nice.
Let's see here. Let me find it. No, that wasn't that one. And guys, I've got, what do I have? Like 13 sets of those, I believe, on the way. So we will have them soon.
15. I'll say 15. I think.
15? Yeah, there we go.
Double check the count. You should get it, tomorrow, maybe Tuesday at the latest?
I think it was set for Tuesday, is what I saw.
Hey, so while I got you here, and I am just meandering around trying to do a little bit of work, let me show you my polishing process that I do. So back here is the giant laser bed. That's what I cut all the Made in America tools on. Forklift that helps me unload all the pallets of sheet metal. Got it racked up in different thicknesses, so top to bottom it ages or increases, I should say, from your thinnest to your thickest metal. And got little pallet cutouts that we bolted into the bottom of the frame, and that holds our 04 and 05 and 32. So yeah, I cut the metal here. Get the parts out. They go in our giant rock tumbler over there. Don't mind the motorcycles and all the clutter. That's what happens when your boss has a giant shop to store all of his toys. You have to walk around Harley Davidsons you can't afford. But right here's our polishing machine. So I got this sick little timer thing, this little contraption. I can take this sucker here, and it has helped me out so much, you guys. Boom, we are live. I can throw it on X amount of time. And when you're cleaning out this thing, you actually want it in motion. It just brings everything like digging through kinetic sand.
Yep.
Versus trying to just dig through a hole in the ground. When it's fluid like this, you can just grab all the parts, bring them to the surface. But if you look closely, I have some Made in America unbent sidewinders. And I guess if somebody was really nice, I could just substitute the old Z bars with a set of those from time to time. I didn't cut them from that, but it's been a nice little substitution. We just did some military kits. I want to say 10 of our 26-piece sets. And we just did 10 of those 26-piece sets, and I was nice, and I wanted to send them the laser cut stuff. This right here, if you're familiar with the like rock polishing game as a kid, this is one of those on steroids.
Yep.
This right here is a key component in me doing up the shove knives. When you've got shove knives, multi-passes, things like that have a lot of surface area, throwing them in the rocks is nice. So the rocks, when I say the rocks, it's like a giant washing machine-sized little ceramic rock tumbler. It's a wet tumble, meaning I use water. It's nice being able to rock tumble parts, but when they got surface area, they'll stick together in a brick. So here's a sneak peek, you guys. I don't know if anybody can guess what these are.
Oh, that looks sweet.
Yeah, coming to a Red Team Tools affiliate soon. They were going about getting these bracelets handmade that would take forever, overpriced, and I think from Australia. We're going to make them for them now. So,
Oh, they look awesome.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. You just got to be careful how you tumble them because you'll throw a pile in there, and then when you check the tumbler, you'll come back, and then there will be just a brick of them together. And all the ones on the inside didn't tumble, and they look discolored and nasty, and the ones on the outside will be over tumbled. So that sucker right there helps me out a lot with that, the dry one. Here's some punch presses that do like 10 tons of force and make our tension tools. This is Big Betty right here. That does all of our tensioners. When that sucker's spinning around, if your hair or anything were to get caught up in there, then you just lose your scalp or it'll break your neck. We use and everybody's seen those videos, unfortunately, of like dudes in Asia winding up carpets and getting caught in the machinery. That's the kind of stuff. That's kind of stuff we got. But we take we take giant spools of wire. We send it through this little roller here that helps kind of get some of the bowing out of it. These little bars right here. You can probably see them roll.
Yep.
And boom, feeds into the machine. We have it hooked up to the air compressor, and yep, as it goes, boom, kicks, punches, blows out. We catch them in a bucket, and we lightly tumble them a little bit. And
very nice.
Here's where all the folding pocket sets are made. My little grinding table, I call it. So you've got various sanders, you got deburring machines. That's what I take off minor imperfections, polish up those aluminum bodies, especially. And then, what you picking right now?
Oh, Just picked up a new master 530 yesterday. It shouldn't be this difficult to open, but man, it's kicking my butt at the moment. Probably because I'm distracted watching you.
Oh yeah, my bad. I just feel like a kid at Christmas showing everybody how to play with all my toys.
I think it's great. I'm enjoying seeing what you do and where you're doing it at.
I'm gonna show you something one time, but never again, because this is proprietary.
No. Well, that just did your lamination, didn't it?
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah, it gets loud back here. Sorry about that.
Well, I did a good job of muting it out.
What was that?
I said your mic did a good job of muting it out. It didn't get loud at all.
Oh, okay, cool. That air compressor kicked on, and it's about the size of a refrigerator. So when it goes, I just got to, all right, it's cooled off enough. Now I can do it. So I get handles on parts. I can take two-dimensional right from that laser over there. I'll throw some popsicle sticks on them. And I've gotten to where I can weld about 300 of those parts in about 20 minutes. Maybe 21 minutes if I'm like really hopped up on coffee and monsters.
That's awesome.
So here we go. Air compressor finally cut off. But
yeah, that's really cool. It's really neat seeing the stuff, seeing the tools.
Oh yeah. A while back, a few years ago, some people were asking us to send pictures and our designs of that machine to them, and we respectfully declined, and that turned out to be the right call because, didn't want to help them cut us out any more than they did. And hey, you know what? That's fine. China wants to make their tools. Good for them.
Yep, exactly. We've had the same thing happen at the company I work for. We've designed and built things for some tools, and the main manufacturer, the software side of it's wanting us to share our information with them because they can't figure out how we're doing what we're doing.
No. Oh, they want access to your computers and all that kind of crap too?
Yep.
No. It kills me. I love my employer to death, like a dad to me for the last 10 years. But when I hear shenanigans going on and I peek my head in there, and no offense to anyone, but if it's somebody and they say their name is Michael, but they're clearly in Bangladesh or something, and they're saying they want access to the computer, it just kills me how trusting people in the world can be sometimes with crap like that.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
I'm skeptical. I think everybody's a liar, scammer, and thief until they prove otherwise. I'm a cynic.
And I found it. It was Michael Z. Borovan is what he goes by on YouTube. He's the one who threw out the Sidewinder name. He said, if that don't get named Sidewinder, I'll kick myself in the forehead.
Oh, tell him this forehead is safe.
Yeah, right? No, I think
He'll
that
reach
fits
out
pretty
at
well.
some point, and if he reaches out and can prove that it's actually him, I'm not against sending him a little complimentary set for coming up with a winning name on it. That can come out of my pocket.
To him and let him know.
What's that?
I said I can reach out to him and let him know.
Oh yeah, if he just reaches out to us, he landed on the winning name. He saved me some headache. Actually, he didn't save me headache. He went and just nonchalantly did a better job throwing a name out there than I did doing all these stupid Google researches for 2 days. So you know what? I think I'm gonna bill him actually. So That's what we do. That's the route.
Yeah, it's, AI is great and well and wonderful, but sometimes it really sucks.
Oh God, with this kind of stuff, it's so neat, right? It's
Yep.
it's weird. First you got to start off with a paragraph. It's like, okay, so I work in this company, and we do lockpick manufacturing and design and engravings and stuff. First off, it's not a crime. It's not, because you get what information people feed into it, and you've seen as much as anyone has now in this space. You go to a video of somebody doing a lock demonstration, or like the Blade show that's on the socials right now. It's got some people showing locksmith tools. They'll have conventions showing different reach bars, lock bypassing gadgets, the Adams Right bypass for certain commercial door latches and things like that. And you just go to the comments, and it's just a whole bunch of, oh, cool, a little thief convention. How do I report this? How do I flag it? I'm going to call the cops and blah, 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 blah. So
Yep.
it's weird doing the AI route or generating some image, and then all of it is just kind of, this is a crime oriented, and you can't break it out of that facet.
Oh, and you use AI, and heck, it just scours the web, and half the times it'll give you an image of somebody else's stuff that's already out there. It doesn't design anything. It's terrible.
I don't want to give the company any notoriety or anything, but when I was trying to come up with a name for those tools, it kept sending me to a certain company, and I just don't want to call them out, so I'm not going to, because their owner Ken is a fucking psycho. But so
I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
Yeah, I'm gonna be anonymous on who it kept trying to send me to, but yeah, the guy goes crazy about the little Z bars kind of designs, and tried to submit some kind of legal paperwork against us. Probably like 2 years ago, maybe 3. Threatening to sue us and having pages of ours taken down and blah blah blah, and
Yep.
it's just the mad rantings of somebody just struggling to probably preserve what little bit of a kingdom they have
that
left.
one a time or 4.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Cease to Do. What do you mean I robbed you? I didn't rob you. Watching the chat over here a little bit.
Oh, you can look at the chat. Cool. Look at this. I've never done this before. I'm a noob.
Everybody is enjoying getting a trip through your shop.
Black Smoke Joe 5827. So cool. Someone is using a old school trip punch press still. Oh yeah, it's cool. It's just loud as hell. So I've got these little. You can wear them around the head. It's supposed to be like the bone conductive ear pro. So if I sound funny ever on a phone call or through this, it's because it's going through that. But the whole concept is you wear it around, and these are bright red because I lost the black ones at night walking the dog one day. Set him somewhere and let him do his business, and boom, I just never found him again. But anyway, these things are pretty awesome, and you can actually take earmuffs like you would use for shooting or doing yard work and things. I just put them right over that and bury these even more. Probably not recommended at all for long-term hearing, but I bury them even more into the side of my head and to my ears. And that's how I drown out the welder, the air compressor, the punch press, the laser, the tank when it's off gassing, all the clanging of metal back there. So I'll be kind of oblivious. So we set up what Jeff and I have jokingly called the Helen Keller lights, which, yeah, I got it. She's blind, but she was also deaf. And what it is, it's a series of little alarms throughout the shop. That way, if somebody dings the doorbell or pulls up here in the parking lot, it'll at least send off some lights that'll blink and stuff and try to get my attention, because you can't hear anything in the back when you're actually working back there. So if I talk loud or if I ever mishear anything, it's a combination of getting blown up a few times in Afghanistan, all the gunfire that we got to play with on and off deployment, and then working in this machine shop. So
yep, I hear you. Well,
I'm glad you did, because I can't hear anything.
In the same boat, my ears ring nonstop. So, yeah, I hear you completely.
Right on.
All right. You know, it might be right. It might have been Stu that came up with the Sidewinder name first, and then the other guy just commented off of that.
Oh, dang it, Stu. Well, I guess I'll send you a set too then.
I know Stu's over here going, "You stole my thunder. You robbed me." And I went and looked, and sure enough, yeah, he did say it earlier before the other guy. The other guy just commented off of that.
Sorry, driving for work while listening. Hey, somebody report this guy.
Right? Exactly.
We got a zip code, right? Get the PD on the line. Dang criminal out here.
All right. You see this on the screen, guys? We're going to be giving this away today. I've got a leather case. I'm going to stick it in. I added in one of Stu's tensioners in there as well. So get the whole set.
Which thickness is that lily pad one?
I'd have to grab and measure. I don't know. This was just a single that was thrown in one of my orders. Looking at it, I'm guessing that's...
As close as you can. Let's see. That is 04. I'll bet a secondary giveaway set that is 04. If I'm wrong, then somebody's gonna get another giveaway from me.
Let's see how good you are, man. I bet you're right. Let me grab out the old tools.
If that is not 040, then there's gonna have to be another matching giveaway from the shop here in the coming week.
All right, let's see here. Millimeters.
No, I was going inches.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. I have
There you
autism.
go.
Yeah. See? I could smell the thickness. Wait, hold up. Never mind.
You know, this is a Hornady that I use for my reloading. It's a great little meter, but the problem with this thing is I have to take the battery out of it or it goes dead sitting in the case.
Oh, God, you have the same. Yeah, we have 3 or 4 of those here floating around the shop because we can never find one. So hopefully we just stumble across one of them that's out in the wild. And 2 of ours have that problem where it's like SOP now. Whenever we're just stowing them away long term and not using them, I don't care what brand it is. We just pop the battery out. We got a little cutout now in the little foam molding, and we just try to put the battery there. We're not always good at it, but yeah, we have got to take the batteries out of those things, or we stow it away on a Friday, come back Monday, and it's like, well, that sucks.
See, now I have another one upstairs that I use. That one's been 3 years now. I've never taken the battery out of it. Still works fine.
Nice.
So it's just bizarre. But yeah, this thing here, it just dies off in a hurry.
I'm too conspiratorial oriented. I just go to planned obsolescence. I think some of that crap is just made to drown your batteries. Somebody's getting a kickback from making big batteries going to the micrometer guys and saying, hey, we'll give you a 500, give you a kickback and just make that shit so difficult to use and turn off the power on and put a little disclaimer on there that it turns off automatically, but you can never trust that.
Yep. Well, and this one even has an on-off switch. I can manually turn it off. It just won't stay turned off.
Nice.
All right. What the heck is up down there? My screwdriver does not want to hit that screw.
What you got in there? A bunch of spools or serrated?
I have no idea. I literally just picked this one up yesterday.
Nice.
So these are really fun locks to pick. I actually really like them and like having other people work with these because the feedback on it, there's got to be some spools in them. And man, the feedback is just insane. So they're really nice to learn and learn how to feel those from. Ooh, dude, that is a tight screw.
I'm interested to see what pins you got.
Cross thread the damn thing to get it in there. Holy Toledo.
Oh, speaking of lock disassembly, here's something that we did on the CO2 laser. Golly, this camera is weird. It's reversed. There we go. So just 2-dimensional different pieces of acrylic that we can cut out and make our own little pinning trays. We're thinking about when we eventually do this, do 2 different colors, maybe one that's kind of a luminescent glow for the top or maybe bottom, who knows, and then just another color, one that already has our logo put in it when we go to make it. And, oh yeah, we just want to make something small that can ship out in most packaging. When people do the default like $6 shipping, which I completely understand, no rush kind of thing, I'll get it when I get it. We just want to be able to make sure that we've got something that can, it can viably ship within those parameters.
Yep.
Some of the things that we send out, it's like, well, yeah, got it. You only want to do $6 shipping, but we literally can't send it in the mail for anything less than 15 now, kind of thing.
I really need to get a good C-clip remover. I don't have one.
A what?
A good C-clip remover for these locks.
Oh, yeah.
They're a pain in the rear sometimes to do without it.
Right on.
Oh, come on, you dirty dog. Quit just spinning. I got to get something else to get a hold of it with. I may not get that clip off of there. I need to get after making, I don't know if you've seen, I've been making secondary tension wrenches for the pocket tools. So I'm putting,
no, I have not. Oh, yes, I have. Top of the keyway ones?
Yeah, I'm making a small one that drops in underneath the bottom of the keyway and latches in there, so that way you get 2 of them with it. And
that
they work
makes sense.
well, but I need to get busy and get some more made.
That makes sense. Where are you getting the tensioners for that?
I've been just using windshield wiper inserts to make them.
That's perfect. Yeah.
And they work really well.
Yeah.
They hold up really well.
That's what we found out when that giant spool of wire I was showing you at the the large yellow punch press.
Yep.
We found out that, you go and you get those things, and it's like, did the chicken or the egg come first? Because you look at it, you measure it out, you look at windshield wiper inserts, it's like, oh, okay. I see where that manufacturer is getting their material that they're probably using. So it's extremely close to that.
Yeah, they're like the perfect size for it. So.
Oh yeah.
But it's getting harder and harder to find them because they're not making the windshield wiper inserts out of that anymore.
No, they're doing something different. What's that weird crap they're using? Some wide black metal that just snaps. Some spring steel crap that rusts. I can't remember.
I don't know. All the ones I've been pulling are all plastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too.
Man, that just sucks. It just makes it really tough.
Well, yeah, I took apart because I was into it for a long time, just showing guys how to do it. We also teach classes and stuff here. Let me show you that. Why not? I'm already here. So boom, we've got a wee bit of a classroom setup. All the desks are equipped with their own vise, a lock that it's keyed to. We put in eye bolts to put in the locks. The ones that you manually decode. The master locks. What is it? 178. I can't remember the number.
That sounds right.
Was it 178? 1175 for this one. But yeah. So here's a pile of them that are still kind of set up from our last class. There's a little safe that we teach some bypass stuff with. I've got to, unfortunately, because of Mr. Thor, somebody likes to get a little anxious at night. And, let me show you. They like to eat padlocks. So I got a few here that I was able to salvage. But yeah, he ate a few of them, turned them into shrapnel that I had to throw away. So I got to block off the table area at night.
So you guys do classes right there at your shop, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Jeff was a SEER instructor too. So he did SEER for how many years was that? There's a Dakota fire. I'm sure some of your viewers are familiar with some of the survival stuff there.
Yep.
Set up a fire, put a little airflow vent around it. Hill, saddle, valley, ridge, depression. Tried out of some SEER and other TMs. But yeah, he was a SEER. Oh yeah, I hate land nav. I mean, I did it.
Loved it. I
I
enjoyed
did
the
it in
heck.
the Army. Oh god, I freaking hate it because it was just a slog of breaking lead pencils, walking around in the sand. A majority of my land nav was in El Paso, so it's a bunch of dunes, and so you. Anyone not familiar with land nav? It's land navigation, and it's where you take coordinates, right? You find your position on a map, or you find a position on a map that you want to go to, and you use a variety of methods to try to get from point A to point B, long story short. And by doing that, you have to have an established pace count, meaning you have to have it kind of built into your body on, okay, I take this many steps. Yeah, ranger beads. I take this many steps, and I'm guesstimating with high, hopefully, fingers crossed, high accuracy that I crossed X amount of feet, right?
Yep.
Or should I say, meters. And yeah, with the dunes there in El Paso, it's insane. I mean, like, you can hide behind them. Some of them will be about 5, some of them will be about 10 feet high. And so you need to go in a straight line because that's preferable, right? When you're trying to freaking travel from point A to point B and keep track of your distance. You got to cut left of this dune here, but the next time I'm going to cut right, and then you're dehydrated and it's day 2 and you don't even know what's real anymore. And you've changed religions, political parties, genders. You just want to get out of the desert.
I did my share of those in Georgia, but probably the funnest one I ever did was a light nighttime land nav course in the middle of the winter.
Right on.
So I was Arctic light infantry. So try doing it at night in the snow where you can't see shit.
Oh God. Oh, and what's crazy is people that haven't been in the snow. Well, actually, a lot of you guys are. An alarming amount of you guys are from the freaking snowy areas, Colorado's, the Minnesota, all of that has been popular. New York area. Who else we got? What other states, you guys? What other states are y'all repping out there?
Well, I'm Wyoming.
Yeah, you can keep that. But hey,
Wyoming's great.
Y'all got mule deer out there?
Oh, mule deer, antelope, elk, moose.
This one right here, I think, is from South Wyoming.
Yep.
This little guy. Oh,
see, we've got Michigan, it says in chat, Alabama, West Virginia.
Oh, every time I hear that one, I just break out in the song.
Missouri, Pennsylvania.
Those are some areas I've always wanted to go to. So when I'm not doing this crap, building 2-dimensional tools out of a laser and such, I guess my big passion outside of messing with locks and things, it's history. And I've gotten to do a few. Say again? Florida.
Florida's another one.
Oh, there's a lot of history there. Oldest established city in America is actually in Florida. It wasn't Roanoke up in the Northeast, wasn't Jonestown. It was actually St. Augustine, I believe. Oldest city in America. I think the Spanish established that in the 1500s, mid to late 1500s. But that's my passion. I want to get out there and tour all the, Revolutionary and Civil War battlefields one day in the Northeast. I want to go to all the Virginias, Pennsylvania, and that's what I'd really love to do. Outside of messing with work, I just want to travel. Take the wife, take one of our dogs, and just go freaking travel and see some battlefields and bore my wife to death with me just nerding out on that kind of stuff.
Yep, I know we get a lot of people that come through here on their way up to. Oh man, what the heck was his name? Up in Montana, we've got the big battlegrounds up there with the Native Americans and.
I was about to say the Indian Wars that
Yep, lots
that
of that.
oh yeah,
Custer.
post Civil War. Yep, Custer. That Battle of Little Bighorn.
Yep.
That's one name for it. Anybody in the chat know the other name for Battle of Little Bighorn?
Oh man, I've heard the other name. I don't remember it.
But oh my God, that is a dark one. That one went bad, real bad for them.
Real bad, real fast.
Yeah, it turns out if you're there on a mission that isn't totally legit and necessary and kind of fueled by greed, and you poke the wrong people too many times, turns out they roll up on that ass. And
Right.
so when they end up getting on the end of the hill, Custer and his men, and they're doing their final little Alamo-esque stand, they end up taking their horses. They're all hiding behind them, right? Because they don't really have any sandbags, no covering, nothing like that. So they're up there on the hill, kind of, circled the wagons, but in this case, circled their horses and men, and they're trying to defend this little spot. They take their revolvers, their service revolvers, they put them to their service horses' heads, and they know it's their last stand, and they drop their horses to get them down on the ground and use them as sandbags for the final blow.
Unreal.
Yeah, so there's that. Or just leave people alone. Go visit some historical sites, pick some locks, have a whiskey or something.
Well, there's the insides of that lock. It has 4 spools.
Now, would you have guessed that, or is that a surprise to you? Did you kind of figure?
No, that's kind of what I've guessed from the way it feels. I mean, you can feel those spools, and like I said, the feedback is crazy good on them. So that's why I like them for teaching people, because God, you can just really feel what's going on. They're actually surprisingly good spools for a master lock.
Honestly, I hate serrated, if I'm being honest, because there's not a fun picking, but okay, this is just going to be time consuming as shit. Now I'm not picking 5 pins in a 5-pin lock. Now I'm picking like 20 pins because I got to lift them all X amount of times. But the serrated ones, the spool ones, I love those for demonstrations, showing people, because the giggle on someone's face when they've been stressing out, and then all of a sudden they see it and their lock clicks about like 1/8 of an inch. I'm like, bro, you're so freaking good. You're basically Batman right now mixed with like John Wick. You just did that. And like the feedback is just so surreal for somebody learning, and they feel like they did something, and you can understand the principles of a lock much, much better that way. I love teaching on spools.
Did you see this little set that got designed up? It's really cool.
How do I zoom in on here?
It was by Van Gaal, is what he goes by over on Discord. But this is a handle for your Force EDC set. He made a 3D printed handle for it. He made this little case insert that holds the Force EDC set, holds the Longhorn tension tools, puts in plug followers. This one is actually designed to hold a hex head screwdriver bit, so you can have a screwdriver with your kit. A pinning tray that drops in on top, all drops into an Altoid stand. Did I lose you? Might have lost him. Oh,
I know I'm out of the page, so
I don't know how the heck I shut you off, but yeah, he designed that one and it is outstanding.
That is neat. And there's magnets in there. It looks like it's clicking into place.
Well, no, but what he did is he's got there are magnets underneath here to hold the tension tools in place, but then it just has round edges on the side to hold the tension tool or the plug followers.
Nice.
So they drop in, and then a pinning tray that drops in over the top of that. Very cool setup.
What kind of hey, so let's throw this out there, since you got a tool manufacturer that'll actually listen to you guys.
There's even tweezers.
What kind of tools or engravings or any new profiles? Is there anything out there that anybody would like to see design that no one is doing, or they would like our take on? Is there anything out there at all that anybody'd like to throw out there as an idea of, hey, I would like this, but with that kind of thing? Just wondering what people's interests are on any engraving or tool or tensioner or profile designs.
Oh yeah, there we go. What you guys got? Anything new and exciting?
Hey, no rush now. You can always shoot them over to me at another date. But
yep, and I'm still trying to work on a rake. I still have the ideas. I just got to get it drawn out.
Ooh, nice.
I've got
a lot of
actually RuneSmith helped me come up with a little bit on a design. I just got to find time and enough knowledge to do it in a stupid CAD software for you, because I suck at CAD.
Right. Any all right, so this rake, any likeness to any other profiles out there, or is it going to be something completely new?
Well, it's I mean, it's going to be a typical quad and quint peak style rake, but it's going to have a little different flair to it, a little different shape to the neck.
Okay.
So, the thing with rakes, I don't know. Rakes are a tough one because, man, there's a million different styles of rakes already out there. It's hard to come up with something really, really too awful new.
Right, that's true. And I mean, when you're talking about rakes and your probabilities, it's all about playing the odds, right? With a rake, with picking, hence the name. You're literally picking, right, which pin you're manipulating at the time. So with rakes, you've got a laissez-faire approach in designing them, because anyone can justify, like, well, you never know, you'll get keys that are cut close to this. Like, I don't know about you guys, but with where I'm at and the boxes of the American padlocks that I have, there's a very similar, not always the same, but very similar key shape profile where it's like pin number 1 is a very high set, pin number 5 is a very high set, and then like the middle is like barely lifted. That's like one of the major, not one size fits all, but that's one of the major keyings that I see with a lot of those to deter random picking and raking. You'll be oversetting that middle kind of thing and undersetting the front and back. But yeah, with a right rake profile, you can always justify it, because if it works, it works.
Yep, and I am not a good raker, so I'm not a good one for that. Stu says he has several designs he's got in his head, which I'm afraid to even ask.
Oh, yeah, he's a raking psychopath.
I know. These guys that can rake just about any lock, it just drives me nuts, man.
Yeah, the ones that rake while wearing restraints and shit and do a better job than some of us that are actually just trying. It's kind of like, oh, that's cute, heart on the little image and stuff, and then I'm just seething, closing it, like, damn it, I need to practice.
I know. I absolutely suck at raking. Never have been any good at that one. Man, I really need better tweezers down here.
So it was an embarrassing amount of time, if I admit, and I'm being honest. It was an embarrassing amount of time with how long it took me to learn, because I had to teach myself. And I had a regular, like, 312 tension tool, like a thin little right twist one, just the most basic tensioner you could ever imagine. And I had a snake rake. And then I had a plastic black 140 master lock. So looking at it now, it's like super embarrassing with how long it took. But I want to say I fumbled around with that thing for at least maybe 2 weeks or more before I actually got an open on it. But man, my first lock that I actually opened up, it was so cool. But the best feeling that even out trumped that one. Any guess on what it was? It wasn't the first time I opened it, but the second time I replicated it and knew it wasn't, an accident, and like, okay, I think I might be onto something finally. So when I broke that learning curve, I don't know, it was just pretty cool. Cool day for me.
Oh, absolutely. That's where, I don't know, for me, when it comes to rakes, my favorite one is that Chaos rake of your guys's. To me, that one, if I'm going to hit a lock and have any luck with it, it's going to be with that. That thing just works. You give me a quad or a quint rake, odds are I'm not going to open a dang thing.
That's fair.
But yeah, and same as you. I watch these other guys hit things with rakes and just popping them left and right. And I'm like, oh, you suck.
Oh, I had a lot of success. Because I've been working this weekend, I knew that I had a little bit of time Friday to play, right? So I was like, hey, you know what? My helper that I had here, it's like we're gonna stop doing this crap. We're gonna get a coffee or whatever. Stop bagging what you're doing. I'm gonna stop doing what I'm doing. We're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna set up some locks and just try to get some content made for the Instagram page. Because, dude, I neglect it so bad. You'd almost think that I'm trying to just be bad at Instagram, like intentionally. But it's just not my thing. I wouldn't do social media at all if it wasn't for the business. But 2026, it is what it is. But I took that Force Everyday Carry set, and I, just using R4 profiles, which is basically yours, but with the modification of one of the tools, just swapping out the long reach with the dog leg.
Yep.
I took that in a multi-pass, and I was finally able to record some content. Felt nice to be able to pop some locks open and see that I'm not completely worthless and that I could still, get by in a pinch if I needed to. It's always a good feeling.
Right. Absolutely it is. I know I'm going to be going back to Black Hat again this year. And
where's that?
They do it in Vegas. It's a cybersecurity conference.
Oh, is that in August? Or
yeah. Yep. And
okay.
Red Team Tools is always there with the lock picking booth. I always stop by and visit with those guys a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Sit down at a table and try and help some people if I can.
I don't know how much you said you just love raking, especially smooth Bogota style rakes. So you'll love this. They'll be giving out while supplies last, I'm sure, or selling them. Bogota rake that we made and engraved for them that has the Vegas kind of background engraved across the handle. So
very cool.
Oh no, wait, shit! It might not be them. That might be CLK. I'm thinking of. Never mind. But either way, there'll be freebies out there.
Yeah.
You know where to look. There's some freebies, and some of them will look a little familiar. Gorgeous Anarchy. Hello, bud. We got Stu laughing. Looks like No Key was also military. He's got some military knowledge. He knows about Fort Bliss, and he's about as fond of it as I am. Hambrook. Yeah. These poor guys. There's going to be like that mesothelioma commercial out there, and all these other ones. Eventually, there's going to be one about, were you stationed at Fort Bliss, Texas?
Right.
And did you develop a crippling drinking problem? And it's just, did you marry a stripper only to find out that she was actually with your brother? And El Paso, man, it's a different planet because they call it the safest city in America. Was the nickname of it when I was there, but that's because of the juxtaposition. Because you stand on one of those tall dunes and you launch a golf ball over the fence, and there are people getting their heads cut off because they shorted the cartel $20. So,
yeah, I can only imagine.
When I got there, actually, my first week, there was a news story about a car of guys being found, and those poor bastards were sitting in the car, and all their heads were in their laps and their hands placed over them, just holding their heads. So, I never went to Mexico.
Those people don't joke around.
No, they don't. But hey, you know what? Solid business. You gotta respect the business acumen. They don't have much of an HR department, but they get it done. Hambrook, she danced on Dwyer Street.
Yeah, saw that.
I think that's the main street that runs down the whole length of the strip, so to speak. Like you just stay on that one, go straight, and You pretty much drive through all of, I think it's Dyer Street, not Dwyer Street, Hambrook. I think it's Dyer because we lived on the end of it at these newish apartments that were getting built. No washing machine, 3rd floor, but man, my wife must have loved me to have to live at the top of the floor of this overpriced apartment and walk downstairs and wash her undergarments in shared living space. That isn't love.
Right? Yeah, that sounds no fun at all.
Hey, thanks for having me on here and just letting me ramble and show off some of the crap in the shop. See how
No, I appreciate you coming on. It was fun to see. It's nice to kind of get a walk through there and see where the magic happens, man.
Well, I wish the light was better. I wish the shot was cleaner. I wish my camera angle was more on point. But again, this is my first time ever doing this, and
hey, I've got the same problem. My desk is a disaster. I'm here long enough to do my lives, and then I'm gone because the wife is yelling at me to need something done. So I never get it cleaned up down here. So it just
how long you been married, bud?
Huh?
How long you been married?
27 years.
Oh wow!
And I'm old. All right, this is my 3rd marriage.
No, you're not old. You're persistent.
Yeah,
You're
I figure it's 3 strikes and I'm out of the game, or 3rd time's the charm. One of the two.
You're not a quitter, is what I hear.
Right?
You got multiple tours in the marriage front.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
I think a lot of it is I got out of law enforcement, and that has helped a lot because, man, law enforcement is rough on a marriage.
Oh, yeah. Highest rate, I don't even want to say that word, but highest rate of, that and divorce is, I believe,
Yep.
state troopers for here in the state of Georgia. I can't speak for everywhere else, but state troopers are for sure up there for, yeah, you want unstable marriage, marry a state trooper with a registered nurse here in Georgia and just watch the flames.
Yep. Well, it didn't help. I came here to Wyoming, went to work for a sheriff's department here, and I went for 3 years straight every time. So what we did is you rotated shifts every 3 months. So you worked days for 3 months, then swings, then nights for 3 months.
Yeah. Makes sense.
They kept rotating me, and they kept me for 2 years straight on nights. 10 at night till 6 in the morning. I never got to see my family. Because I was either working or sleeping.
Yeah, you never got to see the sun either. What the fuck were you doing for vitamin D? Were you at least supplementing that, or just your energy, your motivation, all your joy of life was zapped right there? People underestimate how much you need vitamins and sunlight and water.
About the only sunlight I got is when I was off with the National Guard at the time doing training out in the sun. That was about it. Because then I was in the National Guard here in Wyoming in a howitzer crew.
Nice.
Playing with those. So, yeah. Oh, dude. You can't eat my picks. This cat loves. Yeah, and he loves my lock picks. For whatever reason, he loves to chew on them. If I'm trying to pick, he's trying to take the picks away.
Does he sleep with you or rest in the recliner with you or anything? I know it's a silly kind of open-ended question, but like I imagine. Yeah, so your scent is on there, and when your attention, by the way, I was a dog handler in the Army, so I got to play with a dog, bomb dog and stuff and all that. So when I did that, I got to learn a few things about the body language and all that behavior of dogs, and I'm sure you've worked with countless canines over your 27 years. Yep. So I'm preaching to the choir, but mainly just saying this to any of the other listeners. But yeah, so when an animal is just chewing up your crap and laying in your space like that, again, it's like an anxiety thing of like, I miss you. Those locks that I was showing you that Thor chews up and just turns into shrapnel at night sometimes, he'll do it to those. The pointer for the freaking slideshow screen, any TV remotes, toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, anything that has the scent of Jeff or I on it. And it's something that we've been working with. Like if I left my phone here, oh, it's gone because it's got my scent all over it. And that's what he associates with me. And he just turns it into a pacifier. So
see, that's the weird thing with this guy. With this cat, I can leave these laying out all day long and he won't touch them. But
It's
if I
when you're
pick them up
using
and I
them?
start picking, he wants to take them away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's awesome. It's real time. Like, hey, look, I can help. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a little toddler wandering inside
Yeah.
and just being like, I can play. Let me do it.
He's the same cat that he opens our doors to the house. We don't have regular knobs. We have the swing handles, and he knows how to open all of the doors from inside or outside, either one. So he lets himself in and out of rooms. He opens the doors up just for the dogs to let him in.
That is hilarious.
All right, well, guys, let's see. What shall we do? Let's go ahead and give these things away. This set I'm giving away today. So what should we do? What should be the magic?
We should bribe them. We should make them send us money off to the side and then accept that payment behind the curtain.
Yeah, there we go.
Or just do it randomly.
Whoever gives me the most money will randomly win these. All right, see, Skip has to drop out. All right, so let's see. Let's just throw in there. Go ahead and comment Cthulhu in the chat, and we will pull those together, and we will do a giveaway.
Bonus points if you spell it right, because, nope.
I probably didn't.
No. That's fine.
I think somebody above did, right? CTHULHU?
Oh, not only war history, but literary history, too. I'm super stupid. I like Hamlet. I love me some Shakespeare. I love Edgar Allan Poe and obviously H.P. Lovecraft. So when he came up with Cthulhu, the name was to mean nothing. The language is supposed to be nothing. Like he was inventing Klingon before Klingon was a thing and just coming up with a random assortment of. He was the original sneeze while you hit the keyboard and see what comes out and it's like, boom, just go with that. That's the name now. Put a legend behind it. So you can't spell it right because it's not even a real word and it was made up by a crazy person.
Yep.
Grouchy Lenny, you got it. Almost. Put an extra H in there that you didn't need. It's
no
like
H
the monster.
is that it? I've seen it a million times and then I spaced it out.
Right on. It's like Grouchy Lenny's spelling looks like the monster set up a 6-part miniseries deal with Hulu.
Right. Hey, good morning, Dutch Lock Picker. How are you? We're doing a giveaway this morning, Dutch, if you want to hop in on it.
God, that looks sick in the bright lighting.
Oh, I know. You get that light flashing under like that, and you can see all the different ones going. It's pretty sweet.
So I'll just say I've got my next plan for some engravings. I got like some pirate themed ones. I think I might have another monster or two, some skull stuff, kind of some darker kind of imagery, just something that looks like, something a Hell's Angel would be proud to carry, hopefully. But we'll see how the images actually come out and post with.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Because there's one thing of, throwing it on a thumb drive is one thing. Actually getting it up there, seeing how it will look, and overlay on some pics is another. I'll take 3 images, go over there, and I'll only like how one of them engraves, and I'll scrap 2, kind of thing.
Yep.
So.
All right, guys, comment Cthulhu to get on the giveaway. 9 o'clock, we'll do the spin. So 4 more minutes.
Oh, you're 2 hours behind. Yeah, that's right. Wyoming.
Yeah, I think it is 2 hours different than you, right? I couldn't remember if it was 1 or 2.
Yeah, we're ahead over here. Sorry, we didn't warn y'all about 9/11 or anything.
Right? Because you're in Georgia, right?
Oh yeah, we knew about it in real time, and we just didn't tell anybody.
I see how you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. We rarely know about anything over here, so.
That's the point. God, man, if I wasn't anchored into any place at all, honestly, I would go somewhere with a little bit more snow. It's going to be 90s, muggy, mosquitoes, those ticks that when they bite you, you can't eat red meat anymore, just out everywhere. So we've got all that fun stuff right now this time of year in yard work. The grass grows so bad you got to cut it once a week.
Got you down to Joker. Brian breaks shit. We can't give them to you, Brian. You'll break them. Rabbi is in the house. How are you, Mr. Rabbi? You know, that's one of the things I love about doing this. The sheer level of where everybody comes from is crazy.
Yeah, we've got international now, right? Because where's Dutch Picker from? I'm assuming New York. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, he's over
Dutch
the pond.
colony.
Rabbi is in Israel.
Right, I was aware of him.
The Joker,
Talked to
he's
him a little
over in
bit.
the UK, or she's in the UK. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Nice.
Now the zoom on my camera quit working, so now I can't move my camera. Can't zoom it back out. I don't know.
We
if
don't have any North Koreans on here. That's a shame.
Yeah, none of them. None from there yet. It's pretty crazy. It really is. It's really wild to me just how wide of a reach a guy can get with this stuff. Is nuts.
Oh yeah. I'll give a $35 equivalent giveaway to my first North Korean follower.
Oh boy, that'd be a wild one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Can they even get to the internet to get to you?
No, that's why I'm safe on that $35. We're good.
Right? Yeah.
And plus, I would never know if they received it because the government would show up their house with the package, and them and 3 generations of their family would go to a camp.
Yeah, it really does. It truly amazes me how spread out and diverse everybody is. It's nuts. Love it. I like that part of it.
Because I'll get on Discord sometimes, very rarely, not enough, not as much as I should, admittedly. You've seen how long it takes me to get back to messages sometimes, but I'll talk to some of the guys and then like, oh, that's right. It'll be like 10 at night, and they're like, all right, well, I'm about to take lunch from work or something, and blah, 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 go to the pub or something. It's like, oh, red flag. That's right. I forgot. You're in the UK. It's just so easy to get caught up.
Spontaneous. You have to spell it in the most ridiculous way possible. It's the only way you are getting an entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim Jong's daughter will make it better. Yeah, sure, Grouchy. Keep telling yourself that. No key.
I mean, the only way she could save that country is she gives the internet to everyone, and she's got to start an OnlyFans.
Right?
Dude.
Probably make more money on that OnlyFans than their entire budget for the year.
Bro, I was about to say that would save the Hermit Kingdom's entire GDP.
Right?
Like they would be putting up towers that rival Saudi Arabia. And
all right. It is time to do. Let's share the screen. I'll wait until that shows up over there in ScrewTube.
Wish I knew how to zoom in on this thing, but.
Come on, YouTube. You can do it. So let's see what we got in here. We have Dark Wolf, Eagle Lockpicking, Elroy's, Grouchy, Zoe, Black Smoke, Orgus, Dutch, Spontaneous, Da Joker, Brian Breaks Shit. Did I miss anybody? I think that was all of them. All right. Let's see. We're just going to do a spin to win. See how broke I go shipping it out. Brian Breaks Shit. Oh, dear Lord. I'm sorry. These tools are as good as dead. All right. Congratulations, sir. Reach out to me over on Discord. We'll line up and get these shipped away to you. Let's go close this out. I'm putting them in this nice little leather pouch, which is also a Southern Specialties Deluxe. Love your guys' leather cases.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I've been using that wallet for a while now, and man, I love it.
The brown is my favorite.
Yep.
To be honest, I love the nothing wrong with the black. It wears in fine, but there's something about that rustic brown look, and especially after about a month or two of use, I just love it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, me too. I bought some RFID blocking cards in there, and I sandwiched my credit cards in between them, just because I'm the cybersecurity freak that I am, and that
You
works
got to
really
now.
well.
You got to now. The stuff that I've seen in classes and what people can do, you go to certain places, but you damn well know, like Times Square, things of the like, where there's a lot of foot traffic. People's whole job is walking around in a hoodie with all the accoutrements and readers, and they just walk around and just ping and gather up everyone's cards while they can. Do that for about 30 minutes and then go back and see what they can hack.
No, that was not for the backwards 500, Rabbi. That was just a giveaway on the live today. I was giving away this Cthulhu engraved set from Southern Specialties. I need to do the backwards 500. I've been putting it off a little bit because I have a custom set of picks in the works that I was waiting for those before I do the drawing. So I've delayed my draw date for that one. Mr. Runesmith is making a custom set of dogleg picks.
Putting some handles on there.
Oh, he makes the entire pick. He's going to form them out, and yeah, he does custom engraving. Like, here's a set of his picks that he made for me.
God,
and he's just gonna,
that's right. I've seen that.
Yeah, he's doing a dog leg shaped set and then doing custom engraving on the handles on them. And
I did that aluminum body for him, right, with some of the Celtic runes, like some of the Norse mythology kind of stuff. Just
Yep.
There we
That
go.
was for him.
God, it's funny you mention him because I was thinking about those engravings the other day and wanting to find something along those lines because, man, that would just be great for.
Well, those things looked at. Her turned out incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Mr. Spontaneous, that is actually who it is. He was giving us a tour of the shop earlier, so you'll have to go back and rewatch the live so you can see some of that. Very interesting.
Uh-oh.
Showing us where all the magic happens.
Yeah, ignore all the crazy. I ramble a lot.
Hey, that's how it should be.
Well, hey, while I've got you here, I'm going to do a shameless plug. Like always, you guys, use the discount code PICK-ME for Southern Specialties. And if you want to shop on Hardcase for some of the survival gear, some of the SEER-related items, camping things, signal kits, anything like that, especially with where you guys are at, getting caught in the snow means you die. Go use Hardcase. It's a different discount code for 10% off. But always reach out if you got questions or concerns, if you want to swap out profiles, if you want to customize something. And if it's ever you guys ordering, don't be afraid to name drop yourself. And there's like, hey, it's so-and-so from the Greyhound podcast, the Shackleman Club, or blah, blah, blah. Just name drop, remind me who you are. And I accidentally make people's packages a little bit heavier than it was intended to be. I love throwing in extra goodies in there for you guys.
So, Rabbi, you're talking about Green Tools, that tensioner he made for those exposed locks. And yeah, absolutely, man. Don't forget Southern Specialties. Those guys absolutely rock. But that's part of what I was showing today is this new tensioner that Aaron came up with over at Southern. And this thing for these pin tumbler locks, look at this on this American 1100. Look at how flush that goes against it. Beautiful purchase. It just sticks in there and is completely out of your way. They are outstanding, man.
Compatible for a lot of grips, too. So that's a closed-handed grip compared to what I do. I'll have my index finger sprawled all the way out because I got long, spindly hands like Enderman or some shit. And I'll actually have my index finger buried into the top of the QA at the opposite end of the tool. And It just gives me extra purchase. And there you go, like that. Yep. But yeah, to each his own. You get 12 people in a room picking locks, and they'll give you 13 different ways of doing it. It's so funny.
Well, for me, I always find myself way up here like this because otherwise I overtension. If I go out here, I'm going to overtension that lock every freaking time. So that's why I kind of like a nice short tension wrench because it protects me from doing that.
Grouchy Lenny, those are not on the store here yet. Certain somebody I know for a fact has some en route to them. But I'll get them on my page eventually. I'm in no rush. I don't care. I hope you have a jump start Greyhound. By all means, I hope you sell all of them and you're bugging me about needing more. I'd love it. But yeah, this is iteration 1, by the way, so nothing's set in stone. Behind the scenes, Greyhound and I have been talking, and there may or may not be some changes to version 2 in the future.
So, Rabbi, I haven't found a lock yet that it doesn't fit well in. So it's got a regular on this side, and here was one of my thoughts, right? If you look at that and you look at how far that sticks out, well, if I flip it and I use the bent end in there, you've got the same amount sticking out. So what about making this end longer for a bottom of keyway and this end for your top of keyway, right? As a combo. Just a thought. But they are outstanding. So there's in there. Here's a 410. Same thing, man. Look at how flush that fits against there to lock into a 410. You saw it on the 1100. Here's a Master 530. Same thing. And it's just, and I have some locks, like I have my, I have these 8540s. And I have absolutely destroyed the keyway on one of these where I can't hardly tension it anymore. This tensioner, the way he's designed that thing, it just locks in there and doesn't budge. It's outstanding.
Nice. So
here's the Corbin's.
Let me see.
Same thing. Sits in there just as nice as can be on the Corbin.
I mean, let me look at this. I mean, it doesn't get better than that for me.
Right?
Can't really make out the engraving on it, can you, for the thickness? But I mean, that is a quick set. So being pertinent to what I do around here, I'm like the family, the friends, the community's ad hoc last ditch locksmith of sorts. So sometimes an emergency will come up, or some lady's going to lunch from the bank and locks her office kind of thing, and it shuts and it self locks because, you know, it's a bank, they got to freaking lock everything. And I'll get a little call and I got to go and pick locks all the time around here. Those are absolutely murdering all the Schlage and quick set locks that I come across. Because I mean, being practical, that's what I encounter in the wild as somebody actually going out and about and having to do these lockouts the last month or two. But I've really enjoyed testing them out there.
Yep. And yes, you're exactly right, Noki. They're wonderful for left-handed. Now, the one I have here does not fit the pack lock, but what I have coming and what he's going to be selling is actually a 3-piece. So it'll be 3 different thicknesses. So you get the right thickness, and I think that'll fit in there just fine. As soon as I get those, I'll verify that, but I'm sure it will. In the pack lock 90As. Let's see. What other lock do we have to look at?
So the question is, when can we buy them? When can we buy them and buy lots of them? Yeah, that'll be very soon, Rabbi. He's got some en route. I'll be putting some up eventually, but it's not like a competition thing between us. We're going to be pricing them the same, and it doesn't hurt any feelings at all who you get them from. It's that you got some tools that he and I can stand behind. Get them from him, by all means. I don't care. Get them from me. Full story.
Up on my store in the next couple of days. As soon as the order comes in and I get some pictures taken, I'll get them listed.
The sad thing is, the ironic thing is, a lot of the giveaways that I do, parts that come out to be and things that I give to people, like, hey, I want to put that on my store. A lot of that comes out because it's honestly easier for me to just give somebody something, like, hey, you put it on your website, because it's easier and more likely for you to do that than it is for me to take the pictures, edit the pictures, write up the stuff, do the weight measurements, all the minutia, set up a new SKU and put in the metadata and post it to the website and then promote it. That's gross. I almost threw up saying all that. I like making the tools. I don't like getting on social media and promoting them. I'll make them all day long and send them to you guys, and you guys sell them and distribute them. It's so much easier for me.
I don't think it's going to fit in this lock, but you know.
Which one is that?
Well, it's it's the size of my thumbnail.
Oh, is that a little 3-pin master?
Yep, it is. It's a little master V-line.
You got a bobby pin or a quick stick or a rake or anything like
I
that?
don't know. It's tiny. Let's see. Hey, it fits. If it fits, it sits, right?
That's what Mom used to say.
Hey, there's even room to get in there with a pick. I mean, come on now.
Well, that exceeds expectations. I'll take that as a win. I would have never planned on that. Those right there, it's funny enough, I'll use the covert jigglers or I'll just use a single rake, like the thick quad or quint, and I'll put it in there and I'll just use it as a jiggler kind of key. And boom, it'll get it out.
I've never opened this one yet. This was sent over to me by Mr. Elroy's Toys and with a couple of things. See, there's his lovely little sticker on there. Because I like these little mini locks. That thing is tiny. I have smaller, though.
They're so popular, too. That's primarily used on utilities. So your little water box outside, the air conditioner units at apartments, the landlord will keep up with. So if they need to cut off power, do maintenance or something, or a tenant is getting evicted, those are so popular and prevalent around here in these parts, at least.
Yeah. There's another little tiny one. There's one I actually really like, this little Toledo. That is a sweet little lock.
Sounds tasty.
And that one's actually that tiny, and it's still, what, 4-pin?
Nice.
No, 5-pin.
What?
There's a 5-pin core in that little lock. There's the key.
That is awesome. They're just going above and beyond. That's cute.
Right?
See, I would take a city rake and I would put it in there and use it as a jiggler key and see what would happen. Because, damn, that looks like it would be close.
Yeah, let's see. I don't think I have a city rake handy by me. I don't.
You know the rake in the EDC kit? The Force?
Yeah.
Yeah, use that one. I bet you could use it as a jiggler, and with light pressure, I bet you could rake that thing up or jiggle that thing open like a tryout key.
Probably could. Let's see if I can find
I'm just curious. I wish I had the freaking lock in my hand right now. I want to try it.
Well, I actually have. Let's just go there. Let's go there. Let's find it. The Force set right here.
Nice.
You're talking about the Chaos.
Yep, you can use that one or the small one in the wallet size set too. Either one of those profiles would probably work as a good key set. A little tryout one. And I bet if you just use it like a jiggler or with a light rake.
I got to find something different to tension with though, because I can't get in there.
Just use the tool itself as a tensioner. You might be able to use it like as a key.
I have picked this one. It's really kind of a fun little lock, especially considering this is a 5-pin. That's really crazy for a lock of that size.
Oh, man. Now I got to show off. So something cool I like to do with those when I'm doing demonstrations for guys, showing them the jiggler keys and stuff. Yeah, I probably won't be able to do it, and I'll make myself look like a fool because that's how demonstrations go.
I suck at raking, you know.
Well, check this out. Let's see if I can set up my camera, and I'm going to grab some tools. So one hobo way I found of positioning my phone, and it's super, super, super low tech. I take a roll of duct tape and I squeeze the end down and then set my phone in it, and then it'll relax back. And then I angle it while it's getting its little pace set up. And now I am hands free. And that just acts as my little phone holder. Works in a pinch. I know it's stupid and very, very low grade.
None of it's stupid if it works, right?
But you wouldn't imagine how many videos and pictures I've done for the website, and it was just being held in a roll of duct tape. So let's see. Let's see. I'm going to get some covert jigglers. Can you guys see the locks?
Yep.
Well in the frame? Cool. All right, so here's a key style. And for these, let's see if I can position this a little bit better. I like to, and it probably won't work because it's a demonstration, right? I like to hold the lock down like this. And I'll use the key profile. maybe not that one. Open. Boom.
Look at that.
There. Oh, I love that. That's my go-to. I found vehicle doors. Not deadbolt so much because it takes so much turning pressure sometimes to overcome those things. Oh, open. I got the pink one too finally. So just with a little jiggler key. But with some of those small locks like that, first aid kits. I've seen them a lot on little first aid kits. I don't know why. Kind of seems counterintuitive in an emergency situation to have something sit on a wall for 2 years and then, but you know.
Have a lock on it?
Yeah, but first aid kits, we had picked up some leftover ones one day. And what'd you do?
Well, I got that little Toledo open with the rake. I used this for a tension tool. I like these little tapered ones, honestly, for a bottom of keyway, because when you have a little tiny keyway, you have that small piece you can put in there and still have it out of the way, or if it's a big enough lock, you slide it in as far as you need it to go. I really like that design for a bottom of keyway.
Right.
You feel like there it goes all the way in on that lock and still works. But when you have a little lock like that, you can just stick just the tip in there and still have room to get in there.
We really need to do that. The only problem is having it set up to where, I mean, you saw the machine back there in the wire. Obviously, It's all two-dimensional. We'd have to add another step, like another little trim die or something that puts that little taper into it. Right. Otherwise, you know, I'd be sitting there trying to grind stuff, and you don't want to add heat and burn yourself and use up sandpaper and grinding wheels and heat the end of the tension tool, and then it lose some of its hardening. And
no, I get it. I just really find that that's actually a really handy little design. But yeah, there's a lot more work that has to go into that.
Oh yeah. Now it could still be one-step process if the die that is cutting the tensioner was specially made to incorporate when it does the cut, to incorporate that in there. That's just more stress points though, and higher end. Not impossible. Obviously, that's how people are doing it. I highly doubt that they're, you know, laser cutting that and then bending it. Just not feasible.
Well, and you can see, if you look at the end there, you can see where it looks like it's been cut. Because see the ledges?
Yep. So that looks like it was probably trimmed, right? I would imagine.
Yeah.
By
or
secondary
stuff. You might have a stamp.
Right.
And just punch them out. Yeah. I think I have a couple different sets of those. I think I had some of those that came from Multi-Pick, and then these came with the Law Lock set.
Nice.
And if you haven't seen, have you seen any of Phantasm Industries cases he's doing?
Oh my God. Yeah, I've been a huge fan of this. He does some great little pouch rolls that are just extremely multi-purpose. It takes
I like this one because
everything.
it's a zipper pocket to hold my tension wrenches. So, like, I've got the 3D printed case in there for the the Moke Workshop set. I've got a Law Lock set in there.
Nice.
There's some Multi-Pick sets. I've got a bunch, but I like having that zippered pouch because I don't like having just loose tensioners falling all over the place every time you open a bag up.
Oh, no, that's our main reason for our zipper cases.
Yes.
But yeah,
the amount of
the main reason
in there is nuts.
What was that?
I said the amount of stuff that fits in these cases is just crazy. And then I changed it out to put these metal buckles on there, but I see he's using this style of buckle now, and I like those. Excellent work, man. He does great stuff.
Phantasm, if you're out there listening, bonus points for these buckles if you incorporated it to make it some kind of, handcuff or restraint escape tool as well, where the buckle comes off and acts as a key or something of the sort.
Yeah, that would be rather neat. All right. That back up. Yeah, I got a hold of a bank bag here a while back, and this was the lock that was hanging on the bank bag.
Oh yeah, that's secure. Did you get a hold of the bag legally, or you just admitting the crimes?
No, I got it legally. I bought it from a business that wasn't using it anymore.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, I didn't steal it.
That's my story.
And I'm sticking to it.
Man, that's
I
another
wish I had
thing.
an
I
engraver that could
never.
engrave on these. That would be nice. But mine just cannot engrave on a brass body.
The brass, no, it's very, very difficult.
That stuff's tough. Yep.
And it makes a sound that hurts my teeth. Swear to God, when I engrave on brass, I hear this high pitch sound on our machine. And if I'm close to the machine, it's just like, oh yeah, if you've got like feelings or something, I can't describe it, but saying like the sound is just unnatural.
Yep.
It's a forbidden sound. The screech is ungodly and shouldn't exist.
I know I've done what was it I engraved on here a bit ago? Oh, I had bright stainless steel. I mean, like a mirror finish. I did that paint over the top of it and then engraved on it. And man, that turned out absolutely gorgeous. That did a nice job.
Nice. Oh, I did something funny. You mentioned high polish, like mirror finish stainless steel. Those Maracniv knives that we got, we started carrying those on hard case, and Stu has gotten several. But we started carrying on the hard case because it's one of the prerequisites and required tools in a lot of these sear kits, like these little go bag fanny packs that have all the cool guys sear stuff. They wanted one of those, and so we got extras, put them on our site. Long story short, my in-laws had a Keystone anniversary yesterday that I had to attend. So when I was chilling up here with Thor in the morning, I decided to get my father-in-law a little custom gift, and those little skulls that I've put on stuff before.
Yeah.
He's big into that kind of thing. I took one of those knives and engraved those skulls on there. What I didn't count on was the freaking mirror finish of that blade bouncing the engraving back and melting part of the handle at the base. So like where it was, yeah, never would have thought that would happen. So
is that those Maracniv knives? Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, made in Sweden by a really awesome company. They do a great freaking job. And no, I don't get commission, and I don't care if you buy any. Honestly, the more of them that y'all don't buy, the more I got here to play with and give away as toys and keep for myself. So those things are amazing. I am not ever going to try to sell those because they don't need help selling. They're like $11 to $17 for something that can shave the hair off your arm that isn't made in China either. Just all Sweden and American manufacturing. But
yeah. I've had some Swedish knives before. I kind of have to. I'm half Swede and half Norwegian, but they do make a good blade.
Oh, yeah.
And man, I mean, I look at that. Even your guys' price on those is just stupid. That just seems really cheap for a quality blade.
Oh, yeah. Jeff gets a great deal on there because he buys in bulk for these military guys. And that's a bonus of, that aspect. Yeah, you got to get them shipped and blah, blah, blah. But
that's the basic.
Hey, look at that. $12.50. I lied. I thought it was 11, but I just work here. For me, it's free because I'll just take one.
The companion. I like the look of that companion. That's a nice looking blade.
That is a great one. That was my first one. Did an Army reunion with some of the guys. One of my buddies was about to get married, and I gave that to him, one of those engraved ones, as a gift. The blade was less mirror finish, so I didn't melt anything on it, but I gave him one about like 2 years back as an engagement, marriage gift, whatever.
Yep.
Or if the marriage doesn't work out, I don't know. Hope he doesn't use it. But
very nice looking.
Yeah,
my poor little diode laser. If I try to engrave on shiny steel, it'll destroy the laser.
No shit. Yeah, I could see that. Now, learning what I've learned, I could see that.
Yeah, because it'll reflect back up and can burn the laser out. So that's why you have to put that engraving paint over the top of it.
That makes sense. I didn't even think about that. Maybe I should not
But then
engrave
that
these
actually
anymore.
helps with the engraving, that paint. It actually helps the engraving sink in better into the metal. Some of the best engraving I've got is when I've been using that metal or that engraving paint.
And then how do you get it off? You just use like a cloth of some kind of acetone or something and just wipe off the blade and
it just washes off with it just washes off with water.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
It's almost like a chalk finish, so it just brushes right off real easy. But it's just enough to prevent that glare back, and then it helps with etching into the metal.
Good to know.
Great stuff.
We're just anarchy. I used to etch mirror finish stainless, but sheets had plastic layer on to stop laser bouncing. Okay, yeah, so not a new problem then. I'm just an idiot trying new things out of my depth.
Yeah, it's nothing new, but no.
What kind of activities has everybody got going on? Anyone grilling or doing yard work or family function of any sorts? Anybody got to check in with their parole officer? Or?
I did both the yard work and the grilling yesterday's, but I got a lot more yard work I need to work on. But doggone, we're hot already. We were 97 degrees yesterday.
What?
Yep.
No way.
And they're talking about being similar to that again today, but a chance of rain. So when it gets hot and we get rain, then we end up with thunderstorms and nasty crap. And we had hail the other day so hard. It was hailing so bad out. It looked like a snowstorm. You couldn't see across the yard. It was just white in the air.
Yeah, that's not good. The sky turns green and you start getting hail. That's usually indicative of, that not so fun weather.
We don't get hardly any of those here, so we don't really have that problem.
We used to not. For 30 plus years we didn't. And then all of a sudden our town, I want to say 2 summers back, got hit with 5 or 6 touchdowns in one storm.
Oh.
It just caught so many people off guard. People weren't insured and ready for it. People just lost homes. Pine trees the size
of a year here, we're doing that's about normal, and it's usually just one of those little tiny finger ones that doesn't do much.
Right.
But we do get hot and miserable weather sometimes. So, but yeah, it was 97 when I went out and hopped in my truck to go. It was 108 in the truck.
Yay! Cool, awesome. Yeah, because I guess you just want to lose weight and maybe consciousness while you're trying to drive.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Yeah.
Your whole body sticks to the steering wheel and seats too. If you got like an old truck like I got.
Yep.
Grouchy Lenny, where are you from again?
2 twisters.
He calls them twisters.
Twisters, yep.
Twisters.
Sounds like a movie title, man.
Yeah. With Bill Paxton.
Yeah, I love that movie. The best line in there was, "We've got cows."
Another cow. Same cow. Yeah. Oh my God, Philip Seymour Hoffman was in there. I forgot about that.
He's from Illinois.
Yeah, that's where they say twister.
Yeah. I grew up in northern Minnesota, and we used to get a lot of tornadoes up there every year. And man, you'd get some wicked stuff.
That's insane, dude. It's freaking terrifying. As a homeowner now,
oh yeah,
I'm indebted to the bank for the rest of my life because I'll probably die before I pay off the freaking house. As a homeowner now, responsible for all the fix-uppings and just terrifies me every time there's a cloud in the sky.
Those things are horrible. The big thing we get here are hailstorms. We get some ungodly bad hail. That was quite a few years ago now. My wife had just bought, she always wanted a convertible. And I kept telling her we didn't have a garage at the time. And I said, you can't have a convertible unless it's a hardtop. And damned if she didn't find a stupid Pontiac G6 hardtop convertible. So she gets this car. Less than 3 days later, she's over in South Dakota heading home and hits a storm. And they had softball-sized hail. It literally killed people's horses inside of horse trailers because it was punching through the roofs.
Oh, my God.
It busted every window out of that car, and there wasn't a single body panel on it that wasn't dented up. I went over with a flatbed and hauled it home, get it into my driveway, and there's still water pouring out because the trunk is full.
That is insane.
The insurance company did not total it. They had it fixed. And it was never the same because the wiring was shot. I mean, the whole car was trashed. It just was a horrible car after that.
I'm glad that the insurance company was able to save it. I've got strong, not so fond feelings about what I think of insurance and just in general.
Yeah, there was only one body panel on the car that they could fix. The rest of it they had to replace, including the whole top. They had to replace the top.
Dang it, Rabbi. I went from twisters in Illinois to intercontinental ballistic missiles. Yeah, that's a problem.
Right. You know, I think I'll stick with twisters. Thanks.
In Afghanistan, funny enough, well, probably not at all funny, but there was actually there was a tornado one day out there with one of the companies out on patrol, and they got some grainy helmet cam footage of it, and they're in a firefight in a tornado. I didn't know Afghanistan got tornadoes. I don't know why I would have thought that, but not anything that ever was in the same sentence in my mind.
You know, talking about taking it from bad to worse. Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the other side thought of that, whether it was like, Providence, whether it was in favor of them or telling them to stop firing. But yeah, they had nature and the populace acting against them in that day. Because guess what? You can't. Yeah, probably was a Wednesday. You have a 1 in 7 chance of being right on that one. But my buddy, I think his name was Holmes, but he had some grainy ass helmet cam footage of it, and when they were telling us, we just couldn't believe it, and we download it, look at it on some laptop and get the grainy footage out there. But guess what can't fly in to help you out in a firefight? Anything, literally anything. If there's helicopters, none of that crap, there's nothing going to fly in because, like, yeah, sucks y'all are getting shot at. Maybe fucking find a wall or do something about it, because we're not going to throw away an Apache or Black Hawk the millions of dollars and train pilots away just to save you. So,
yep.
No support. Just getting it on all sides that day.
You know, that's the one thing. The one other thing that we get a lot of here is wind. So we always joke and laugh. We hear, these talks about these great big storms and crap that beat up you guys down there by the coast. And, oh, man, they got hurricane force winds. It's 80, 90 mile an hour winds. Like, yeah, that was last Wednesday here. We've had the highest I've seen so far since I've been here in Wyoming is 120 mile an hour winds.
That's insane.
I mean, we get that crap all the time. So especially like in the winter, we'll get these high wind warnings done on the interstates, and you'll drive through there and it's just semis laid over in the ditches one after another because the wind just blows them over.
That is insane.
We always like to say it's that way because South Dakota sucks.
Is there a lot of beef animosity between South Dakota and North Dakota? Or is that just everyone thinks that and they're more alike than they're different kind of thing?
I don't think there's too much between those two now. I think there's probably more between South Dakota and Nebraska than there is South Dakota and North Dakota.
Oh, okay.
They all give Nebraska crap.
That's fair.
But, North Dakota at least has some scenic country and is nice. I go through North Dakota all the time when I go back to visit my family. And I swear you could stand on one border with a good spotting scope and wave at your buddy on the other border because there is nothing.
Probably.
It is horrible.
Stu, on the topic of getting hit with rockets and the dangers of where you live, Stu's like, I live in Detroit, so that's fair.
Right.
Rabbi says, yeah, you can keep that. his sentiment is, yeah, have fun in Detroit. That's fair. There are probably certain places in Detroit that are a little bit more dangerous than active war zones right now.
I remember we sent one of our guys to Phoenix one time for a training course down there, and he
Yuma,
came back.
Arizona, or no, Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. He's like, I will never go back because I've never been so terrified in my life. He goes, most of the nights, he said, I spent sleeping underneath the bed on the floor because there were gunshots going off outside the hotel every night.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Right? What do you want, dude? What? I've got my sister-in-law's dog sitting here. I need to get a picture of him and put up. Every time I see that damn thing, the old-time Batman theme song rolls through because I've never seen a dog with such huge ears in my life. It looks like bat wings sticking up above his head.
Yes, you do need to post that.
It's comical. He's a sweet dog, though. Well, hi, Cat. You're back to steal my
like
again.
Illinois, Wisconsin having beef with each other? That's from Grouchy Lenny. Here in Oklahoma, some of us say that in the winter, Texas sucks and Kansas blows. But in the summer, Kansas sucks and Texas blows. I guess it depends on which kind of bar you go to.
Depends on if you got hot or cold weather, right?
Yeah.
Really, dude? You make it really hard to do anything.
Hey, on the subject of states that are beefing, I'll give 30 seconds. Anybody know the only state in America to be created out of a time of war because the state was beefing that hard?
To be created out of a time of war?
Oh, yeah. There was a little wee bit of a war thing going on, and the state ended up creating itself because things were just that contentious. Created itself out of another state.
I would maybe think Virginia, one of the Virginias.
Well, you're right, one of the Virginias. But there's not original Virginia in Virginia. There's Virginia and West Virginia.
Right.
So Virginia seceded. West Virginia was like, nah, we're not doing that. We're going to fly the regular patriotic American Union stars and bars, and West Virginia seceded from the seceders and created its own state.
Just kind of seemed like something they would do.
Yeah.
Dude.
Appalachian people and the like, they just kind of do their own rules.
Right.
With the Southeast alone and Appalachia, I'm super not ever worried about this place getting invaded. No, the Carolinas, yeah, Rabbi Picker from across the way, he guessed it. Yeah, not the Carolinas.
Well, okay, dude, you're gonna have to move. You got to do something for me, man. You got to get on the road.
Well, gentlemen, I think I'm gonna take the dog outside and let him get tired out, and head home, do some chores, get another outfit, workout or something, and yeah, get a bite to eat.
I greatly appreciate you hopping in.
Oh yeah, brother, thanks for having me. I'm glad I got to hang out. Sorry I talked about 0.5% about locks and stuff and then just rambled about everything else, but
that's kind of how my lives usually go, right? And that's perfectly all right. I enjoy that. That's what I like, is just the general chat and BS and go wherever the heck we go.
That's the fun part. That's when you get the best opens, when you just turn your brain off, go on autopilot, and just let your hands kind of take over all the work that you've been working on. You overthink a lock real quick and you just don't do yourself any service.
Nah, that's when I get busted up and can't open squat. Half the time on the lives, I can't open a lock to save my soul, so because I'm too busy talking.
Right on.
Oh. All right, well, you and the dog have a good time and enjoy the rest of your weekend, good sir.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Grouchy Lenny, see you, Rabbi Picker, history buff as well. That's awesome. Spontaneous, thanks for playing in the chat. Loved chatting with all you guys. Let's see if I'm missing anyone else in the immediate. No Key, fellow Army guy, I believe, right? Think we said adieu to some of our other guys before now.
The cat got a hold of my pick handle while I was hanging on to it. Look at that.
Is that a hole?
Yeah, punctured a hole clean through one side and almost 2 on the other.
Why would it do that?
Because the cat bit it.
Yeah, they fit in a microwave, right?
Right? Shithead. Guess I printed
Pretty
a new
bold.
handle.
Bold move for an animal the government won't even look for.
I tell you. These
right,
handles were designed by Van Gogh as well. They're a pressure fit, but then there's also magnets in there.
I love it. And they're compatible with all the laminated plane handle stuff?
Every one of them. So everything that you guys do for your laminators, these fit. And I mean, look at that. You can't hardly even see the seam.
That is awesome. You got to get you some freaking handle profiles, some other single ones to just sell on your site. Because you reach people that, obviously I won't reach. And likewise,
I carry your elephant trunk profiles. I carry the chaos rake. I've got a couple others, and then I've got some sets as well. But yeah, and then I'm selling the handles as well out there, or you can go get this and print your own out even. But the way he did the design for the fit, it's like a tongue and groove, and then I had him add the notch at the bottom to help lock them in so they don't swing to the side. But I mean, they just snap in there.
I like that.
They're just gorgeous handles, man. He did such a nice job on those.
I love it.
His original one. Here was his original one, and look at how much longer that is. I asked him to shorten it up a little bit because these won't fit in a case.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a little chunky monkey. That's like a damn cigar.
But he wanted them long like that because I've got big hands, so I wanted that. But same thing, and they just, again, when you lock them together, you can't even see the seam.
That's badass, dude. Yeah, I just heard it click in. That's awesome.
Beautiful job.
I'm gonna have to get one of those from you one day. I want to test it out because I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but I'm never against selling a handle option around here for guys that want the extra.
Yeah, I can print you out and send you some, or if you guys have the printer, he's got the files out there. I can send you the link of where they're at. You can download and print them yourself.
Well, hey, if it's open source, I just don't want to step on someone's toes and do that crap where you go and do something slimy like, hey, neat design, and then you mass produce it and cut out people that came up with the idea. That's just slimy and shitty to me.
He listed me as the only one who can commercially sell them, but I'm sure he'd be open to that if you wanted to, because they're a wonderful handle. I had him add the little notch because I like that notch for holding on, but then he got the cutout in the side so you can still see the logo and the size that's engraved on the pick handle.
Awesome. And you can have your own identifier there for your thickness and whatnot too.
Yep.
Know what you actually put in your handle after an hour's went by and you forgot what you ate for breakfast that day.
Yep, exactly.
No, that's cool, man. All right, Spontaneous, Rabbi, Noki, Dark Wolf, Orgis. Hey, appreciate talking to all you guys. Thanks for having me on, Greyhound. Yeah, look forward to being able to do it again. Maybe we'll actually talk about picks next time, or probably not. I'll give y'all an in-depth recounting of the Battle of Bunker Hill, and we'll talk about we'll talk about post-war modernism and see where the conversation takes us.
There is nothing wrong with that either.
I've got a lot of equipment here too. I'd love to show you guys, show you how I, run the laser one day, or show you how I go about designing a profile, and you see like, oh, okay, that's why he says a $10 or $20 design fee, or to show y'all how we make the meat and potatoes.
That'd be wonderful. Yeah, it was great today having a chance to check it out and see the shop and some of the gear that you use. It's really cool. So super, super appreciated you coming on.
All right, brother. Y'all have a good one. Happy Sunday to everyone, or I don't know what day you're on if you're in not America. I don't know, land on the moon and get with the metric system. We got to do one of those. But y'all have a great afternoon. I will talk to y'all at another time. Thanks for having me.
You betcha. Catch you later, man.
Later, brother. Bye.
All right. How awesome was that? I enjoyed that. I like having him hop in. So very, very cool. And yeah, that was good timing. So we could talk about that southern side winder tension tool. You know, the only other one I think that I like similar would be these from, let me get that out of there. These are nice as well and do a very similar type thing. The thing is, with these, right, it's a matter of how do you like to hold your lock. Do you like it? Do you like using it like this? Me personally, I like this position better. But they're both excellent. These just really lock in there well. And just does, I mean, it's so flush against the lock. I mean, to me, that is just crazy. It's fully seated in there and just sits just perfect. Outstanding stuff. Yeah, this was a good live, man. It was a good live. I love having him show up. That was great. And seeing some of the goodness and tools that he's using in the shop. Always a good time. Like you said, I should have a few sets of these showing up. Probably Tuesday I'll have them up and available. He's going to have them in 3 different sizes. So it's going to be similar to like the Longhorn set. So you'll probably have your 50, was it 50, 40, and 30 thousandths tensioners in the set. And this time around, he's actually going to have laser engraved on them the thickness of the picks. So I'm excited to see the full set. This just happened to come. He threw one of these into my last order that came in, and so I was hounding him. How soon are you going to have them? How soon are you going to have them? Because, man, this thing's great. Better having him in here than watching me not open locks, right? Oh, come on, dude. I don't think Zoe's in here anymore. So you're just here to just annoy me, aren't you? All right, blind picking, seeing if I can pick using just the camera because I can't see anything because I've got a cat butt in my face. Thanks for dropping by, Mr. No Key. It was amazing as usual. Yeah, we'll go back over to this lock. American. So this one's comical, right? So American 1100. There's the key. You only touch 3 pins in this lock to open it. We'll see if you can hear this thing, if you can hear the pins. Dude. There's 1, 2. Ah, that pin third one got me. Go away, stop it. You already put a hole in my handle. There it is. But yeah, I only hit 3 pins in that lock to open that one. So, well, there's the kitty. There he is. He's here and he's attacking it. And look at that. He put a complete hole in my pick handle. And there he started to put another hole there. And there. And oh, you're just a turd, cat. He is. Aaron is outstanding. Southern Specialties has been one of the best companies I've ever dealt with. They are amazing. The tools he produces is excellent. And he will go out of his way to help you out if you have an idea and you want to try it out. He'll help you do it, man. Excellent. It was really fun being able to see the shop, see some of the tools they're using. Dude, leave it alone. You son of a biscuit. Yeah, I'm glad I got him to agree to hop on this morning. I think this is the first time I've invited him in, and the fact that he was able to hop in and join us and share and show, it's awesome, man. Give us a little history lesson. And you were correct, Mr. Stu. Sounds like he's going to send you a set. Thank you for helping out with the name. See, you got to crowdsource these things. It's better than trying to use AI to do it, right? Dude. No, you can't eat my flashlight. Hey, you can't eat my flashlight. Yes, you silly thing. Oh. Now there's hair everywhere. And if you didn't see it, if you showed up late and you didn't get to see this, I got to show these off again because, dude, this is just sick. We gave these away today. So if you showed up late, you snooze, you lose, right? It's just how it works. But I got to show you how I was displaying that. Let me get them lined up pretty. There we go. Let me zoom down in. Now, let me change my light. Look at the color shift on that thing under that. Isn't that just freaking wickedly cool? Let me just manual focus so it won't keep changing. Look at that. Yeah, that's just incredible. The way you got the color shifts in there is just excellent. I wouldn't want to do that to him. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Beauty, beauty, beautiful. All right, top it back out. And kick you back over to autofocus, and we'll go back to normal light. Right? They just look incredible. And then I happen to have an extra little leather sleeve, so I stuck them in the leather sleeve. And then they came with a nice little Talk and Bach tensioner that came with the set. So we threw that in there. And then I happen to have one extra bottom of keyway lily pad. Throw that in there. And that whole little kitty caboodle. Mr. Brian Breakshit was the winner. See, you know, I even gave you guys heads up this time that I was doing a giveaway during this live. But I try and do those every once in a while. I've got some other goodies around here to give away. Let's see, there's a nice little tension set. I've got some more tools down here, some little pocket set tools and goodies like that. Oh, all kinds of good stuff. Gonna share the love once in a while. God, I can't believe he put a hole completely through that. I mean, look at that. Well, it didn't go all the way through the inside. It just popped through the outer layer. But look at that. Damn cat, anyway. These handles, though, guys, man, they are incredible. And then, yeah, if you can see what he did for the notch up in there, the teeth and the notch, thing just really bites into the same thing on that end. They are just outstanding. Again, I mean, look at how flat. Completely out of your way when you're picking. Yeah, you too, Mr. Rabbi. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate it. I need to drop off as well, guys. I got stuff to get done. And there we are. 410 open. Woohoo! All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, my word. Got my new lock here. Oh, hey, this will be a good spot for one of these. I bought this whole set of little clips exactly for something like this. Take you. Where did I do the other key? How did I lose the other key already? Good Lord almighty. Oh, there I see it. It fell in the bag. Yeah, thank you, each and every one of you guys, for joining in, for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Love having you. Love having the interaction, the chat, all of that good stuff. Oh, it don't fit. It don't fit. Now at least my keys are together. It is always a good time with each and every one of you. You are appreciated more than you would ever know. I look forward to these lives every week just because it's fun. I always have a good time. And on that note, I'm going to let you... Oh, here's the other thing I was going to show you. So I was talking about how this fits in there like that. My plan is when I have all three of them, put them on and match them to the thickness of the picks, right? Look at that. Drops right into the case. You pull it out. There's your tension wrench and your pick. Ready to go. Sweet Bainis. All right, those are set aside for you, Mr. Brian. We will get those out for you with your other goodies. And other than that, you guys have a marvelous, marvelous day. Appreciate having you. Enjoy whatever you got going on and time with your families. All right, later.